Ooh, oh, there we go.
All right, he's got it. Sweet. Okay, so I've got a tier ranking system here.
Oh, okay.
And
All right.
pretty much found all of the villains that I could. There are a few that are missing, and there are 2 duplicates to note as well. So we got the duplicates are Anakin Skywalker pre-suit and with the suit. And we got Sheev Palpatine, all handsome ladies man, and needs a lot of face cream.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Needs a lot of face cream.
Well, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, this is true. Yeah.
Okay.
He's really let himself go.
So I suppose we can just work from left to right. And this is one of the times where, again, our patrons are going to have a lot better experience with this one because we're going to upload all of the video footage. And we'll post a picture of the final result to our socials as well so you can have a look at that. But we'll work from left to right, beginning with Anakin looking all angry there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm thinking the way to judge these things might be like power, their usefulness, maybe a bit of mystery as a bad guy.
How cool they are.
How cool they are as well. Yeah,
I feel like that's a very subjective sort of.
I'm about to say, I already got strong feelings.
Okay, so looking at your boy, Little Annie. Old Ben, why don't you tell us? So power level, I suppose, and mystery.
I mean, power level, the man is sitting pretty at a B. His usefulness, I'm saying he's at a C because pre-suit, he just kind of snaps and starts stabbing stuff, and then he gets his legs cut off and he rolls into a river of lava. I mean, it's like...
I mean, that's just a big weekend for some of us.
All right, usefulness. So he was given the task. He cleared out the entire Jedi temple.
He attacked little kids and then unaware separatists. That doesn't really count. Like it's
Still
not like he
useful.
took on half the Jedi Order.
Well, that's something that Palpatine then didn't have to do himself. So
Yeah.
I feel like Palpatine stabbing little kids isn't really a challenge for him, though.
just zappo them and be done with it.
Zappanias.
Okay, so between a B and a C, then what do we reckon?
But he's very angry, so he's got a lot of hate power.
Hate power.
And he is the balance of the Force, quote unquote. You know, the
If he's the balance, I think a
chosen
B, middle of the road, is solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
works.
lock that one in.
All right. Good call.
Moving along next, I'm gonna turn it. Well, you guys all hate Boba Fett, so
Well, he's cool, but he's useless.
okay.
True.
All right, so okay.
That's 100% correct.
Coolness factor for me, he's up on the S tier straight away. Like he's
Yeah.
his voice, his armor, everything. He's S tier for me. But then usefulness. Okay, he captures Han, takes him all the way.
Does
to
he capture
Jabba.
Han though?
He does.
He just kind of goes,
He
he's there,
follows
and
him.
then
He delivers
the
Han.
Empire
Yeah.
catches Han.
Yeah, put Captain Sub
he's
in
just
the cargo.
he's just a snitch. There he is.
There he is.
No, he doesn't actually do anything.
Okay.
He just gets he pushes a slab of metal into a ship. It's not that difficult.
I feel that, again, he has got a balance thing going on. He's an S tier and cool, but he's like a C in how little he actually does.
Okay.
So I think he's a solid B again.
Okay.
I think he's kind of middle of the road. He's a gold standard for henchman that doesn't really do a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
if I could convince you both, if you had a guy like that do a little nod toward you, would that not make you go, oh, that's just made my day? You know, if you were a dancer at Jabba's palace and he came and stroked your chin, would you not go, whoa, that was special?
Yeah, until he dies like 2 seconds into a fight.
I've now got a mental image of me being a dancer in Jabba's palace, and it's not a place I want to go to.
All right.
And he gets taken out by a blind guy by accident.
Yeah, he accidentally hits him in the jetpack.
All right, then.
B is good.
Okay.
B for
I'm
Boba.
gonna say I still think he's a C, but
Okay.
'Cause,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fair.
that's me. I'll go with the consensus.
Okay. All right, B it is. Next up, Maul. Andy, you can take this one.
So, in terms of coolness, obviously he's got the double lightsaber. It's the first time we see it in the canon.
Spiky head.
Spiky head, really kind of different look. He's definitely in terms of cool factor, definitely for me S level cool factor.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Sick acrobatics.
Fully sick acrobatics. Gets to throw a couple of heads into a wall to trigger a door. But really kind of doesn't do anything.
Oh, I disagree. I'd put him up
kills
the
Liam
top.
Neeson.
He fights.
So
Yeah.
I've got a question. Are we going off of the entirety of the canon of the character or just their movie?
Oh, that's a very good point, actually.
If we're going off of the canon, he's S tier immediately.
This is true.
Clone Wars.
Yeah,
and Rebels
actually,
just
that's a
makes
really
him
good
great.
point.
That's an end-all argument for me.
Yeah, that's
actually.
a really good point. Like that last episode with him in Clone Wars was outstanding.
I'd even put him at an S just from Phantom Menace. I mean, he takes on 2 Jedi, defeats one of them, and even just like on Tatooine, he's flying along on his speeder, leaps off, does a backflip, and starts fighting. I mean, that's pretty cool.
I think he's the only character to kill Liam Neeson in a movie.
Oh.
So I think that he's got to be above S level. Do we have a level above S?
No.
Okay.
No, we don't. Okay.
So just to be clear, we're going off of their canon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he definitely deserves an S tier, and I would say that Anakin and Boba are good where they are still.
Yeah.
Because Anakin out of the suit is only evil for like a really bad day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a couple of those hours he's just waiting on Mustafar crying. So, yeah. All angry. All right, next up we have Sheev Palpatine, or the Emperor, as he's probably known in this hood.
So we're talking. We're talking the
This
episode 5, episode 6 version of
Yeah,
Palps.
yeah, but then also late episode 3 as well.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an S for
Yeah,
me.
Dark on my
Oh, he's
life.
S tier. No question.
He just loves being evil.
No,
He's
all right,
always
let's talk about
chuckling.
this. All right, so power levels definitely S. He has unlimited power, for goodness sakes.
Unlimited power.
Coolness factor. He's some gimpy guy in a suit with bad skin. Like, he's not
Yeah,
that
true.
cool. He's got a raspy voice.
But man, in Rise of Skywalker, he literally becomes Lucifer. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, he's floating around and he's a zombie and oh man,
True.
great.
And he knows how to make fashion work for him. Like, if he was wandering around shirtless with wrinkly, I don't know, it wouldn't be great. But he's got this big menacing cloak, so
he's really got
makes
his
it
look
work.
nailed down.
He's
doesn't he?
trying.
Yeah.
And then also a factor that we've not been acknowledging is the mystery and intrigue level of the bad guy. And he's like, he is the Phantom Menace himself.
Well, he's the architect of the entire Clone War.
That's it.
So
The only thing that would bump him down is the scream that he does every time he dies. Yeah, that's very good.
no.
Yeah. We'll see
Yeah,
how you
he's
sound
up
when we
there.
throw you down a reactor core.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Next up, not little Annie. It's all suited up Annie. Darth Vader himself. Okay. Old Ben, you take this one.
To say that Darth Vader is the most iconic villain in movie history isn't even a overstatement, and that's insane. I mean, what can you say? He's S tier immediately. I mean, he started so much, so many tropes and so many
That's it.
cliches while still being really good in his movies.
I will.
He's not just a gimmick.
I will say though, power level, like Anakin before the suit, he was able to do flips and jumps. He was way more acrobatic and energetic. Vader in the suit, he's all lumbering and has to walk everywhere. Would you argue that the power level is less so?
Yeah, definitely less so. But I think the one scene that's really iconic for me when I think of Darth Vader is the Cloud City scene where he blocks the blaster bolts.
Yeah.
And just pulls the gun out of Han's hand. Like, that scene for me was Darth Vader. Like, that's him just going, you know what? You're nothing to me.
His life sucks, but he's a great, intimidating, powerful villain. Like he's got to
He's pretty cool.
eat Rep Med Vitapaste through his feeding tubes and have, like half robot body. So yeah,
He's got to be S tier though. We can't have
he's
Maul be above
true.
Vader.
Don't choke on your aspiration.
Because they're the same thing basically.
Yeah. First villain to ever get his own theme song, and probably the only villain maybe in...
I wouldn't say it's his theme song.
It is, though. It's
It
the
is.
Imperial
It's
March.
Imperial March, not the Darth Vader March.
But it's
I think
played
it's
for him.
I think on the CD it's Imperial March / Darth Vader theme.
Okay.
Yeah.
Half.
Even though it is
He's
called
got half a
Imperial
He's got
March.
he's got half a body, so he deserves
fair,
half a theme.
Fair.
If you said to anybody, play me the music for Darth Vader, they'd just straight up play the Imperial March.
It's my ringtone on my phone.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Orson Krennic,
Oh,
the
I was
director
hoping you would.
himself.
Yeah.
Okay, I know
He's
Andy
one of my
has-
favorite.
I don't like him.
But that's the point. That's the point. Like,
Yeah.
you're not meant to like him. He's a crap person.
All right. Well, quick clarification: do you dislike Ben Mendelsohn's approach on him, or
It's probably fine. I don't know. I just don't find him all that interesting.
okay, you just don't like Rogue One?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he
true.
really doesn't like Rogue One.
Right.
What's your opinion of Krennic, old Ben?
Again, I'm not a huge fan of Rogue One. It's one of those where
Turn the
hold
camera
up, hold
off.
up.
Turn the camera off.
Hold up. I love parts of it. It's one that I find myself going back and watching a lot of clips of. That being said, Krennic is one of the best parts of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I find him more interesting than all of the heroes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
definitely would agree with that. Except maybe Cassian, he seems...
Donnie Yen.
Oh, Cassian's good. Cassian and K2 are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, respect for K2.
As far as like power levels though, he's a bit limpy. He doesn't.
Yeah, he
really
doesn't
do too
really-
much.
Okay. So yeah,
He relies
he
on
does
others.
command an entire battalion of his own private troops.
Yeah.
So there. So
Not very well, though,
So not exactly physical power, but he has like power politically.
Not really, because Tarkin just takes it all. without
Yeah,
him.
true. Tarkin just rips it. And then, he gets choked out by Vader.
I was about to say that he might be a C tier, but then again, he does more than Boba does, so he has to at least be a B tier.
Yeah, true.
But you
true.
see, Boba
He's
was
got a
S
jetpack.
tier just for coolness, so he got bumped all the way up just for coolness. Otherwise, he probably would have been in the D tier if he was just, some rando.
B or C.
I'd say a C or a B.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards C.
Yeah, that's pretty.
He doesn't. I mean, for that particular movie, he's obviously the overarching bad guy. But in terms of the overall saga, he's kind of a nobody, much like Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Well,
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
well.
So, okay, next up, personal favorite of mine. Now, I'm going to fight for this guy. Okay.
Okay.
Your boy Dooku, the Count himself.
with the banana-shaped lightsaber.
Yeah.
I do like those
an
lightsabers.
awesome
They're
lightsaber.
cool.
So, he's got his own dueling style. He salutes before each match. He has lightning Zappo fingers, right?
Yeah.
And the mystery side of things, nobody knew he was a Sith Lord. He's just some separatist count, So the mystery level is up there. The power level is up there. The coolness, he's got his own cape.
Yeah.
He's got his own cape.
Do you have a cape, Andy? No.
No, you're right. I don't. Good point.
Well,
Well played.
Ben Mendelsohn's got a cape as well.
Yeah, true.
He doesn't have Zappo fingers. Move
Yeah,
on.
Yeah, he
True.
doesn't have Zappo fingers.
Old Ben, what do you reckon? Where's he at? He'd be like at an A for me, is where I'd say.
Yeah.
That's where I'd put Dooku.
So here's my take. Before I listened to the Dooku book, there's a Dooku book that came out a couple years ago that's pretty good.
Okay.
Before that, I probably would have put Dooku in a D tier. Yep, because I feel it's just, you gotta let me go. Let me explain myself, because I just feel he's kind of, his concept is so much more interesting in the movies than his execution, I think.
Right.
Okay.
But that being said, then in the shows and the books, it adds a whole new layer to him, and it bumps him up to an A or a B for me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm happy with an A.
All right, because I feel like Sir Christopher Lee as well. I feel like he brought a whole new character that we've never seen.
Yeah,
had never seen in
makes him
Star Wars.
intimidating and yeah,
And
classy.
Certainly myself, when I first saw his character, I didn't think he was bad. Like, he was this ominous character you weren't sure whether you could trust or not. But when he's saying to Obi-Wan, yeah, we'll release you straight away and all of that sort of stuff, you're like, okay, good guy, Count Dooku. But then, yeah.
And that's the best scene in that movie, I think, is between him and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And that's I'll be clean. That's my least favorite Star Wars movie, but that scene just really works, I think, between those two.
Is that the one where Obi-Wan's floating?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Incredible style.
Yeah, I do like that scene.
All right. If you gentlemen are right, then
Yeah.
I'll put him in an A.
Yeah, put him in an A. Yep.
Sweet. Okay. Next up, Dryden Voss.
D.
Yeah, D. No discussion.
Again, let's give
mean,
the guy a
he's-
shot.
I'm glad you're on that. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're on that.
So because I just watched the Solo movie again, at least bits of it, and Voss is an interesting character, but he's not really. Again, he's one of those. He's kind of like the Krennic tier character. He doesn't really do anything, but then he's not really the bad guy of that movie.
He's a villain, though.
He's a villain, but he's not the one that Han's really fighting against. He's just, he kind of comes in at the end and wants the coaxium. Tobias Beckett is more of the bad guy of that movie.
Well, only right at the end. Like, that's not...
Yeah, but I mean, it's that whole movie is about betrayal. So Voss, I got to stay on target. I mean, he's got some political power. He
D.
talks with Darth, but
D, yeah. D.
I'm gonna say D.
Okay.
I stick with my original.
Okay. Yeah, all right, fine. I was going to say, he's got martial arts skills,
Yeah.
He's an unstable character, so there's that little bit of intrigue with him. He has some political power. He's got, obviously a good relationship
He's
with
got the
Pikes.
idol from Indiana Jones,
He
so
does.
if anything
does.
bumps him up, it's going to be that.
The
but
idol.
Yeah, D.
got
Oh, our first D character. All right, then. Next up, General Grievous.
D.
D for... Oh, get out of here. Old Ben, what do you reckon? General Grievous.
Man, he looks so damn cool.
He does. Cool factor.
I would, in coolness alone, just in how cool he looks, he's immediately up to a B.
Okay.
But he's kind of a loser, so I think he stays at B or he goes to C.
I agree with that assessment. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that sums it up
I support
well.
that. What's
You
your
guys
opinion?
are overlooking so much.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
but we don't have all day.
present your argument.
Coolness
not a
factor. Okay, coolness factor B.
48-hour-long podcast.
Just give me, just okay. Coolness factor, he's a B. Power factor, I would even say he's an A. He wields 4 lightsabers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Obi-Wan disarms him pretty quickly, though.
He's pretty dang elusive as well.
Yeah.
He does disarm him. Very nice.
Yeah. I like that.
But he's got coronavirus and he's constantly coughing.
Oh,
Ravaging his immune system.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He gets killed by a blaster
Oh,
for crying
C.
out loud.
I was going to say B, but hey.
I just dropped it.
I was gonna. General Grievous is about as good as villain Anakin is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 Villain Anakin. Okay, yeah, there. That's solid. I was not going to stand for that.
All right. Next up, General Hux. This should be real easy.
Okay, so all right, so I want to.
You're gonna fight for General Hux.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, but I'm gonna fight for Force Awakens General Hux because after that he becomes a comic character.
Well,
he
you've
doesn't
judged
become
the
the villain.
rest of these guys based off their entire canon experience.
Yeah, but I like General Hux.
Ugh.
So,
C for me,
but
probably.
he's definitely a C.
How is he? What has he got? Power? Has he got
Yeah.
coolness? Has he got
Yeah, he's cool.
mystery?
Yeah,
No.
He helps the rebellion.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
How is
Again,
He's very
cool in any
angry.
way?
what's your opinion of Hux, old Ben?
I think he's all right. I don't. There's nothing I dislike about how the character is put together. That being said, he's kind of just a boneless Tarkin. So I think he's kind of he's a C or a B. He's not a D.
No.
He's got enough going on that he's certainly not a D.
Let's go
But
with C.
a B or C. Yeah, C is good.
Okay.
I support C.
All right. Next up, General Pride.
Yeah,
Ben, what do you reckon?
probably D. I just don't even really remember much about him.
Yeah, he only turns up.
He's I'd say
go-
he's a C.
go for it.
He's a C.
Okay. Yeah.
He's not. He's got enough cool. He's intimidating enough. There's enough to chew on with him being ex-Imperial.
Yeah.
He's a C. There's not much to him, but he's not a D. He's not
Shoots him,
Dryden Voss.
Yeah.
He's definitely got a little bit more decisive character that we're expecting to see from a general.
I don't know how you're going to put him above Dryden Voss, though. Like,
What do you
Dryden,
mean?
he accomplishes so much more than General Pride does.
Who? Voss.
Yeah.
What does Voss accomplish?
An entire like syndicate kills a whole bunch of people.
Yeah,
Does
but
martial arts.
but does he have an entire flotilla of Star
Drinks
Destroyers
martinis.
with Death Star lasers? He's got Death Star lasers.
Yeah, C.
Yeah, that's Star Lasers. Come on, he takes it. That earns you at least a C. If you fire a planet killer, you get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a fair
Yeah.
measuring stick. I
Voss
think.
doesn't have any planet killers.
True this.
He's got some sharpy, spiky knives.
Okay, next up, Tarkin, your boy.
A.
A.
Easy. I was going to say A as well.
Ah, perfect.
Do we need to even go any further?
No.
He's definitely.
He's the OG. He's
Yeah.
the OG Imperial officer.
Yeah.
What? In our moment of triumph,
Yeah.
I left the oven on.
Yeah. Okay. Jabba the Hutt, your boy.
Jabba the Butt.
Hey, hey.
Oh, he's an A too.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Power level
just
is
so
definitely
gross.
up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a slug who's got like T-Rex arms, he can't even do anything. He's got an awful lot of power, so that's got to take.
he gets to eat
Yeah.
frogs.
He can eat some frogs, that's for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
He's got a really big tongue.
Yeah.
He's fat.
Deep laugh. Yeah, A is absolutely fine. It's a bit sort of punkish the way he goes out, strangled to death. It's kind of like, well, how powerful are you? If you some chick
Oh,
can just-
but it's with a villain. I think if they're killed in a great way that means something,
Right.
doesn't matter how powerful they are. I mean, the message it sends is very clear.
Yeah.
Good point.
that tail wiggle.
And exactly. When he's dying, his tail gets a close-up wiggle.
Alrighty. Kylo Ren is up next.
Ooh.
S. For me,
Yeah.
he's an S tier.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I'm so
He's the
biased.
best part of the sequel trilogy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's quite as powerful as the others because he's,
He stops a
conflicted
blaster
and all
bolt in
that.
midair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
And
He's
then-
definitely the most
Yeah.
interesting.
He transmogrify. No, what am I looking for? He moves from stopping a blaster bolt in midair to destroying a computer console in a petulant rage.
Yeah.
It's transition's the word I'm looking
Okay.
for.
Okay.
S.
Yeah, definitely. He's got the most interesting character arc, I think.
Okay, because we have received criticism in the past for, not criticism, but like people have been saying that, the tantrums and stuff like that. It's not very mature and, of a bad guy and stuff, which we've defended many
Yeah.
a time.
It's the point.
Yeah.
It's the point of it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But one would wonder whether your coolness factor, if you're that officer who's watching your, the supreme villain throwing a temper tantrum, are you going to go, oh, that guy's really cool. Look at him
He
losing
gets
it.
away with it.
You should
though.
come and spend some time with me
But
at work
he's not
sometime.
throwing temper tantrums by the end of things.
This is true.
Yeah, true.
He's kind of he's basically just Vader in charge of things by the end of his evil streak.
Yeah. Yeah, S.
S is
I would
fair.
agree.
S
Yeah.
is definitely fair. Look at that face as well. That's
Stoic.
Swept.
I think compared to the next phase.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, prepare yourself. Okay, so Sheev Palpatine pre the incident.
S for Sheev.
Pre-Zappo.
Yeah.
Free the crash or whatever.
Attempt on his life.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
it.
So the mystery level is like through the roof with this guy. He plays the entire Senate, the entire council, all from
yeah,
the
he
shadows.
does.
Well, no, from right in the open.
Well, yeah,
So
in disguise, wolf in the.
And I would say, I mean, for me, he's the best part of the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
Like, even in the parts of Phantom Menace where I am nearly falling asleep, when he's on screen, I'm like, hey, he's kind of killing it right now. He's kind of throwing in a little creepy vibe.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, definitely agree.
I don't think he's S, but he's probably A.
I'd go S just for the smile.
yeah, the smile is an S.
The memes. For the memes.
But yeah,
I'd be fine with the S for the memes.
Yeah.
A for everything else.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
fair.
memes.
That's fair.
yeah. I think it's just enough to tip him over into S. That smile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the machinations, and don't forget he, as I said before, he orchestrated the entire Clone War. He had
Right from the beginning.
Yeah, right from the beginning, he was, right in there. He'd organized, this clone army to be created and orchestrated a galactic-wide incident to bring that about, to then engineer a military takeover of the entire freaking galaxy.
And to make it like so much worse as him as the bad, like he does it all so heartlessly. He emotionally manipulates this poor growing boy. Like, crazy.
Crikey.
Crazy. And
Crazy stuff.
S tier, beautiful. Okay, next up, Snoke with a rather. I hope Snoke Theories Daily don't get on us for this.
D.
You could probably go high, but I'll just say D. Yeah, just because
I'm saying
glad you boys know he's great. But that being said, Snoke serves a purpose, we find in the end.
Power level is up there. He has lightning and force,
Yeah, Zappo into the floor was pretty good.
Objectively, I'd probably put him at like an A or something, but subjectively, I don't know, probably a D.
He's at a B for me.
Yeah, B works.
His design's really good. I love what he looks like in The Last Jedi because, I mean, that whole gold robe and stuff, I mean, it's a really cool look.
Right.
He kind of reminds me of an Egyptian mummy.
Yeah.
That's me.
All right.
So you said B, Ben?
Yeah, I'm thinking of B because, I mean, he fulfills his role.
That works.
I think that works.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm happy with that actually. Next up, Phasma.
D.
D.
Yeah. Are there other? Because I tried to look.
I mean, she looks cool, but she's like the Boba Fett of the.
Are there
segment.
Boba Fett?
What?
Are there other female bad guys that I didn't include? I was trying to think.
And
Not
outside
in the
of
movies.
the movies, but
Yeah.
Plenty outside the movies.
I hit my quota. They wouldn't let me add any more titles for some reason. I thought of Proxima, Lady Proxima, but
I mean,
from
she's
the solo
only
thing.
she's only
But
there.
she's
for
a cool
5 seconds.
puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Phasma, where are we at? So, yeah.
D.
Put her at a C.
She doesn't.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, again, like Snoke, she at least fulfills some purpose. She represents, okay, this is the thing Finn must fight to be fully free or something. And she looks cool, but she doesn't do much.
Okay. Yeah.
She just tells people to put their helmets on.
Yeah.
Gets thrown in a trash compactor. Her backstory, actually, if you read the book, don't stay on target me. The backstory in the book is actually really interesting. She's got an interesting story, but you don't see any of that in the actual film, so it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, good potential. Like the actress is great, and the idea of this, this awesome chrome female stormtrooper leader, like that's really cool. But it just didn't really do much. So
Yeah.
probably D for me.
Yeah.
For all the
I'd be fine with the D. 'Cause
Yeah.
at worst, she's a high D for me.
Yeah. Barely crossing over into C, unfortunately. Yeah. Bringing you then lastly into Jango Fett.
D.
The man, the myth, the legend.
D.
He's a D or a C for me, too.
Well, okay,
I said that just to trigger you. But
yeah, I know you would, because you would. So we need to look at the empirical evidence here, the facts. All right. So coolness level, he's straight up to S as well. He's got a rocket, a jet pack, a flamethrower, all the works.
And he's good
And a
at it
rocket.
as opposed to Boba Fett. Like Boba Fett.
What?
lasts 2 seconds and gets taken out by a blind guy by accident. But
Right.
Jango Fett, like, he puts up a good fight. He's flying around using all his gadgets.
Yeah, he voluntarily flies into the Geonosian arena to be
Yeah.
part of the thing rather than, standing on the sidelines.
Not afraid of anyone.
He's the template for an entire clone army.
Exactly. And then Tamura Morrison, is that the name?
Tamura Morrison, yep.
I enjoy, with the helmet off as well, the way that he portrays it. I think having the Kiwi accent is just so fantastic. It's so like, if I can say tribal, it makes it sound very much, so this is the part where I will go into extended thing. If you actually look at Mandalore and the whole tribal aspects of that in the books and the video games, KOTOR, if you're a fan, definitely that's how he should be, I reckon.
Well, and I mean, it's just like, with the casting, they could have cast any boring white guy with a deep voice, but they were like, hey, they looked at real warrior cultures here on Earth, and they cast a Maori. And it's like, okay, badass. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's like he starts up at an S for me, but then works down because he doesn't really achieve much, does he? He tries. There's definitely effort, but he's not able to stop Obi-Wan. He's not able to
clones
kill
himself into like millions of different people.
Well, he
That's
doesn't
pretty
do
cool.
that.
But he just loses his head at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
He's a B. He's middle of the road for me.
Yeah.
I'd lean more towards an A. I want to put him at S, but I would say A.
Yeah, I'm going to fight for B.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I like the voice. I like the suit. Any scene with him in it is like a scene that I watch. Like, talk about scenes from Attack of the Clones that, are enjoyable or watchable. That fight between him and Obi-Wan, I really enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
The scene with him in the Geonosian bit, RIP, but I enjoy it as well. Like, it would,
Yeah.
A is my vote for that one.
Okay. 2 A's, 2 B's.
Yeah.
He can't sit right.
Let me
there.
roll it. Let me roll it. Let the face
roll
decide.
the
Let the face decide.
transcript.
Red for
A.
and blue for B. Red.
Yes.
Yeah.
You made it.
Fantastic. And this is actually so almost beautiful. Like, it's an almost perfect diagonal tier. From
Oh,
top to-
geez, look at that.
Yeah.
Pretty
Where's
good.
Newt Gunray?
Yeah.
Where's Watto?
I was not aware.
Watto's like
Watto's
heart
like
of gold.
Yeah, Watto's S tier.
Yeah.
Watto's S
He's not
tier.
a villain
If
either.
there's
He's a
something
hero.
higher than S.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, well, there's our list. Once again, our listeners can go onto our socials to see how we did, and can watch the video from their Patreon links, which will be fun for everybody.